Guys, hello and welcome. Patrick Precourt here. Welcome to this week's Friday Coffee Break. Great to have you here as always. You know, this week I'm going to take on, well, another tough out there in the public topic here, being the whole Ray Rice, NFL Commissioner, Roger Goodell thing here, okay? I'm going to talk to you in terms of a path of deceit, a path of cowardness, a path of hypocrisy, a path of loss of leadership. And you're not going to agree with everything I have to say, which you don't have to, nor should you, especially understanding that a lot of what I'm going to say is opinion. But the point I'm going to make at the end, though, is solid. It's well worth your time here. So let's start with Mr. Goodell and what happened here, okay? In my opinion, he backed down from an opportunity, played the role of a coward. The entire NFL did. They were hoping this would go underneath the carpet and nobody would really notice. They blamed this on a video as to why they came out and finally did something about this guy Rice knocking his fiance out. Are you kidding me? This is what politicians do. You ever see a politician come out and tell you how sorry they were for screwing somebody else? But they didn't come out when they did it to say I'm sorry. They could come out when they get caught, and that's exactly what happened here. There's plenty of evidence to show that they knew of this video. They saw the video. They knew what happened. Rice even came forth and said he told them that he punched his fiance and knocked her out, and they did nothing about it. They are a leader in our country, in this world. The NFL is. And the commissioner has a responsibility to step up and embrace that leadership. They could have made a statement and made a change right there, and they didn't. How dare them? I put them way down here. Do I think that guy should have that job anymore? No. No. And then to fall back on this whole video thing, I didn't see it, make it all about the video. That didn't work too well with Benghazi, did it? It ain't working here either. Failure number one. Now, let's move on to Mr. Rice himself, okay? What can you say? Call him a coward? There is absolutely, positively no circumstances that a guy should be knocking out a chick, with the very, very unique, unlikely scenario that the guy, for some reason, feels that he's being threatened to the degree that his safety is at risk by a more powerful force, and or he's protecting somebody else or family under the same circumstances. But beyond that, this is absolutely absurd. He too is a leader. By virtue of being a professional athlete in this country, you've got to embrace and own that. That's a gift given to you, and you piss it away when you do this kind of stuff. You don't deserve it. I don't care how good an athlete you are. You don't deserve to be there, because your role, your bigger role, is not what you do on the field. It's the impact that you have out here. And all the thousands, hundreds of thousands of people that look up to you and honor you as the professional athlete that you are. When you do this kind of crap, you make it okay for others to do the same shit. Failure. Then we move on to the media, and I'll get to, I'll do this kind of tactfully, okay? But I'll get on to Miss Palmer at the end here. But let's talk about the media for a second, okay? Jumping all over this, not for the sake of making it better. Do you know how many victimized women there are out there that are bullied every day, that are physically and mentally abused and emotionally abused every single day, that could use a hand here? What they're not, though, although they are victimized, they are not victims. In that, they can make a choice. That's the one thing that separates humans from all other living things. We have the right to make choices, the ability to make choices. And the second we're a victim, we give up all of those choices. The second somebody labels us a victim, like they did Miss Palmer and are doing now, they take away her freedom of choice. Victimhood is demoralizing. It's demeaning. It breaks you. We can make a choice. She can make a choice. And it brings me on to her. And now I will not even begin to judge her situation because A, I don't have enough knowledge of the situation, and B, I don't know enough about spousal abuse. I honestly don't. But I do know this, okay, that she did have an opportunity to step up. And in my opinion, this is opinion, moving on 1 week later and marrying this guy who knocked her out is saying it's okay. Saying, oh, it was a mistake. It isn't. you and I both know that behavior will repeat itself. This isn't the first time it happened. And a night or two of counseling ain't going to change shit there. You understand me? 4 times the ball got dropped here. 4 opportunities to step up as a leader for the NFL and the commissioner. For Rice himself for changing things around here. For his fiance could have done something about it. And the media could have as well. But no. Not now. You know, if you look at the core of all this, and this is what I want to share with you right now, okay, something that's missing in all of these dimensions here. Handy dandy whiteboard. Great. Okay, watch this. And this is something that we practice and we train on all the time. It's creating a code of conduct. But watch the influence this has on one's life, okay? You have this here, you have this, you have this, you have this. In the center here, okay, those are your values. What makes you you in your life? That's what's important to you. And the circle around it is your code of conduct, your code of honor. Those are the laws you live your life by. That's what prevents things like this from happening. Okay? Watch what happens from here, okay? If this is your code of conduct creates and establishes your entire belief system, your attitudes towards life, which sit all in here. And your attitudes dictate your decisions that you make in life. And your decisions then affect the actions you take, and the actions, the results you get in life. Now, if, for instance, Mr. Rice said, you know what, no matter what, I don't let my emotions get hold of me, and I do not punch women. That's in my code. Now you would think, well, that's pretty obvious, Pat. Every guy should have that in their code. Well, if he did, the attitude and the decision to punch her would have never happened. If the NFL in their code said, you know what, we step up as a leader first. You know what a leader means? A leader means to inspire, to make other people bigger, to bring people up, to change this world with a positive impact. That's not what they did here. They tried hiding. Cowards. They dropped the ball here. They lack the code. Let's look at the media. The media said we're going to focus on one thing, okay? Making this better for other abused women. This isn't about selling more media right now. This is about creating a change. This is a great example of shit that should not happen. Well, they wouldn't have created her as the victim. They would have empowered her and said, you know what? You're in a position to do something about this. And that brings me on to her, now known as Miss Rice, married 1 week after this. She too, if in her code it said, I love myself first. I love myself first. Nothing comes in front of that. And I will do nothing against that. Well, in my opinion, and this is truly opinion, okay, to run out and marry the guy who knocked you out the week before is treason against your own code. That's my opinion, and I know a lot of you will have a different opinion, and that's fine. Like I said, I'm not judging her, and I can't put myself in her shoes in any way, shape, or form. But I do know that this little core right here, which shapes all our lives. Love to hear your opinion on this. Again, if you disagree, that's fine. We come from different spots. Let's share in a respectful way. You guys rock. Peace.